everyone? Are we all seated? Can we begin? दिल्ली में थोड़ा और चेयर चाहिए मुझे. Can we begin? Super, great. Okay, so while we begin the day today, I think it is a tradition of the cinema to begin with an anthem. There was a slight change in that because it's a different type of event, so to say. Right, so we will play a Mankind anthem, and for those who possible, if we can please stand up while we play the Mankind anthem. It's a beautiful song dedicated to the nation. If we can play the anthem.
हमसे बेहतर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम, आत्मनिर्भर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम. शून्य में संभावना आता हमें है देखना. विश्वविद्यालय तक्षशिला विश्व को पहला मिला. शल्य सुश्रुत प्रदान है, दुनिया के लिए वरदान है. जग को हमने ही सिखाया वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. आत्मनिर्भर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम, हमसे बेहतर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम. योग राम बाण है, सदियों का ये ज्ञान है. ताज अपना ताजमहल हुनर की पहचान है. जाना जग जगदीश से, पौधों में भी तो जान है. रमण ने लहरा दिया रमण प्रभाव का परचम. आत्मनिर्भर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम, हमसे बेहतर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम. स्वदेशी अपनाने लगे, हम विदेशी भगाने लगे. खोजों का है ये सिलसिला, जो चांद पे पानी मिला. USB भी हमने दिया, मत पूछो क्या क्या किया. हर गोविंद पे है नाज हमें, दिया DNA का राज हमें. देश की स्वदेश की है खोज पेंटियम. आत्मनिर्भर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम, हमसे बेहतर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम. आत्मनिर्भर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम, हमसे बेहतर हम बोलो वंदे मातरम.
मैनकाइंड फार्मा, दिल से स्वदेशी, जान हिंदुस्तान.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone. I am Rikesh Shah from Mankind Pharma, and I welcome you all to this remarkable day in the healthcare industry. You know, where the real hero, who is gracious enough to allow us so that he meets the real for the first time. And these are simply superhuman endeavors will be frozen in time today. This is a remarkable day because of a small fact. You know, the movie making industry began almost 100 years back. Okay, but even if I Google today on documentary on life of exemplary workers, believe you me, I hardly find it. Isn't that something that needs a change? Yeah? It needs a change? It will happen with all of us here today. That change, one step towards that change is about to come. And this is where the concept of white coat legends coming, and we are at the grand premiere of celebrating accomplishments and achievements of one such magnanimous legend. He is a legend because of a great humble nature and with a super endeavor to serve the patients come what may, and we have seen that. So ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Dr. Sanjiv Kandhari ji. Thank you so much, sir, for having us all over here today. And we welcome all the dignitaries, friends, family, colleagues, doctors, students, beautiful kids. You know, your presence has only added few more stars on already a legendary life that sir has had. There is one more thing which is very, very remarkable about today. In what, if my team is correct, and what we have checked, in last approximately 40 years or maybe a bit more than that, this is the first time that we have got a censor certificate issued for a movie on a doctor. We have tried it, we were trying it as Mankind for some time, but this is the first time that we have got that censor certificate issued. So this is again a beautiful, a remarkable day. And this is the first time that we are trying to do something like this inside a movie theatre. So please bear with us if you find 10 seconds delay or 20 seconds delay, because generally the projection room is not habituated with me saying from your play, stop, pause, do this, do that. They're not habituated. So please bear with us for that as well. Okay, this concept in itself has been decades in making. Mankind Pharma started in Meerut about 28 years back. We did our IPO in May this year. Okay, and we are one of the fastest company to hit the Nifty 500 mark. We are a $1 billion company today, but this was really a humble beginnings. And this concept in itself has been in decades in mind of our promoter, our founder, Managing Director and Vice Chairman, Mr. Rajiv Juneja. And I'd like to hear, for you all to hear a short story from him on how the seed of this concept was placed, and so that we are able to see the day today. If you can please play the message from Mr. Rajiv, sir.
Good morning, Namaskar, sir. My name is Rajiv Juneja. Thank you very much for coming in this function. I represent Mankind as Managing Director and Vice Chairman. From core of my heart, I say thank you very much for sparing so many days for Team Mankind in creating this film of yours. And there is a purpose for creating this film. There is an incident involved with this. Many years back, some very famous scientists came to our hometown, and I wanted my son to join me in the function. But he said he did not want to join because as per him, function would be boring. The same way my son wanted to go to a function with me in which a film star was coming and a cricketer was coming. Image of a great professional, a scientist, was different than the image of a cricketer. So that particular day, this idea came that we should do something which can really create a bigger image, better image. What these scientists, these great people, in our case, great doctors, master of the craft, they have done something great for the service of humankind, for medical science, for the patients, for society as a whole. So keeping that in mind, we try to build something on that. We hired the services of best of the professionals and tried our level best to make it world class. And hope that you would like it, your family would like it, your friends will like it. That's our endeavor. In Mankind, on one side, sir, we always want to promote very aggressively the science side, the medical science to doctors, and we just want that whatever latest things are happening in the field of medical science, that should be propagated. At the same time, because our name is Mankind, company's name is Mankind, we cannot forget the human side. The kindness is always there. So we always believe that whatever a personality becomes, whatever you have become, there must be so much of contribution of your whole family. Your parents, your wife, your kids, your teachers, your colleagues, they too must have contributed. Your friends must have contributed a lot. So with this film, the help of this film, we have tried to create some kind of a memory in which we could really showcase you as a hero, which you actually are. We don't know, how much we have succeeded, but we always believe in karma. We have tried our level best. Team Mankind have done the best possible thing. Their intentions were great. Their trying were the highest level, and hope that you like it. So thank you so much, sir, for coming here. Thank you to your whole family. Thank you to the friends. Thank you to the doctors for coming here. We are just grateful and hope that you will like the film, you like the hospitality of Team Mankind. Thank you so much and have a great year ahead, sir. Thank you very much.
So, guys, as I was saying that this is a concept which is very close to our hearts as an organization, as individuals, so to say. The movie, this is like a Thursday before a Friday release for us. Okay, we are not a TV Bollywood, so we are not doing this on an actual Thursday, but this is like a Thursday before a Friday for all of us. So everyone would guess where the movie will be available right after the event if you want to see it. So we have created a OTT platform for the fraternity, and this movie will be available on that. The name of the platform is Docflix, and you will have the QR codes on your table if you want to access it. It's on here. We have an app and website and everything. So this movie will come in the following week on this platform. If we can have 30 seconds play on what the platform is all about, so that audience are a bit more aware about it. You can play Docflix video. Okay, so I think that was about Docflix, and now for the movement we are all waiting for. We are on pause, yeah. We are all waiting for this. I think before we begin the movie, I would like to first of all thank you, sir, for giving us this time and giving us this honor so that we can document your life, sir. Thank you so much. I know the process was not easy. Where we were with our crew, 13, 14 people following sir with the camera, and he's still trying to treat his patients and all of that. But thank you so much, sir, for letting us do this. I would also like to thank the entire team at Mankind, the field team at Mankind. They are the ones who actually consistently go out in the field and lead the fraternity on day in and day out basis. So I think a big round of applause to the Mankind team. And also to Tanuj Bhatia Films, I don't know if Tanuj is here. Yeah, good. So we have Tanuj and Tanuka over here, the producer directors of the movie. So again, toiling effort from them is what has made this day come true. And Sandeep and team who is consistently working us to put it all together, and obviously the PVR team, so that we could ensure, and we had to push them a lot. You know how the weekend is, what type of movies are there. So believe me, we have to push them a lot. Sir was there. So thank you so much PVR team as well for letting us do this today. Thank you so much guys. And if we can cue the movie now. A big round of applause to Dr. Sanjiv Kandhari.
Going to medical school for me was almost natural because I'd grown up with people in medicine. My father was my first teacher as far as the dermatology is concerned. A department where your father was the boss and, you know, his students are looking after you. I appeared for dermatology and I got All India Institute. Then I felt that if I sit with him, I'll lose my identity. It was a humiliation at many times, but that humiliation was my strength. So you got to go on proving yourself, so you work 10 times harder. That you can inherit a store, but you can't inherit a practice.
Very tough. We had a lot of struggle during those days.
So I went and kept on knocking for almost 2 to 3 years. If you don't cheat and you do your jobs, somehow the reward comes. And not one time, 10 times more.
डॉक्टर साहब तो मेरा जिंदगी बदल दिया.
He is one of the best doctors as far as I have met, you know.
My son could go and achieve his dream and play at the level he has. It's only because of Dr. Kandhari.
I listened to Gita from the masters. For me, that is the only truth of life. In all beings, I am. All beings are in me. In fact, none of this is in me, only I exist.
Such a beautiful movie. Big round of applause, everyone. For Dr. Kandhari. I'd like to take this moment to felicitate sir. Obviously, we will not like to miss the chance. If you can have Ms. Shikha from Mankind, Mr. Jayanta from Mankind over here, and if you can have the memento, please. Sir, if we can have you here for a second. We will not like to miss this opportunity to felicitate you, sir, for the legend that you are. Can you please give the memento, sir? You know, the journey that sir has had is not, can't reach this level without the support of at least one person. I know it's the other family, everyone over here, but that one crucial person. So, sir has requested us to felicitate ma'am today for the beautiful support that we have. It's a beautiful reminder, sir, that you can help us today. Flowers today as well.
I'm not gonna hug.
Before we wrap it up, there's important point where few people have expressed to share their feelings over here today. I'd like to call out the names really near and dear ones to sir. We can have first Mr. Anil Khanna, childhood friend of sir.
Thanks, Anil. You expressed your desire to me that you want to speak something. Anil and I have grown up since kindergarten together. So you can imagine the journey. It's been decades of togetherness. And who else could I ask than Anil to speak for me? A few words which he's experienced with both of us together. And thank you, Anil, for this.
Thank you very much, Sanjiv, for having given me this opportunity. A great honor for me to be with you here today. So dear friends, relatives and admirers of Dr. Sanjiv Kandhari. Actually, I belong in all the three categories. Since Sanjiv just mentioned, I've known the family since I was a small kid. We were living in the same neighborhood, and I had the privilege of meeting his respected mother, the amount of love she gave to all of us who were visiting his house. A very respected father, and I understand exactly when he said he was very strict, but a wonderful human being. His brother, his sister Nina, and Rashmi when she got married, and the children, so are part of the family. A friend, of course, from almost 6 decades, more than 6 decades. No doubt a great admirer, and today what we have seen of Dr. Sanjiv Kandhari, the seeker, is something that makes me realize that what he had dreamt of as a young kid when we used to talk in school and when he chose to do biology and I did not go for biology, I went for math. Now I remember the word that he used to express to me at that time. So many times we used to talk. That's Sanjiv, you are going for the sake of making money in medicine. And this man was so idealistic. He said, no, my principles are to serve with compassion, with love. And I think this is what this most wonderful journey has shown us. My hats off to you, and I'm so glad you lived your dream in such a wonderful manner. Sanjiv was undoubtedly an all-rounder, because that part is not being shown here. As a young kid, he was an ace basketball player. He represented the school in nationals and played many important basketball games. He took part in various plays and ballets in the school. We were part of the same ballet team in Kandhari, a very famous ballet which was done before the then Prime Minister of India. And we were captains of our houses, and we used to sit in chairs for almost 1 year as a privilege of being a captain of the houses together. So many wonderful moments that we have spent together. But one thing I must remember, and remind Sanjiv, he may not remember that in the Founders Day of Model School, which was the annual day, we used to get rewards. And Sanjiv was my boss in the NCC in the Army wing. And he got the award for the Founders Day for being the best cadet. And his good friend Anil Khanna was getting no award in the Founders Day. So Sanjiv was so gracious enough to go along with me to Emil Kapoor, our principal whose name he mentioned. And he said, Mr. Kapoor, I would like Anil to join with me as a recipient of the best award. So Sanjiv, I wish you and your family, and of course you, having just turned 71 on 21st December, a very happy, prosperous, healthy, long life. And I wish Rashmi, Devika, Rajat, and the rest of your family a wonderful life in the future. And I would love to see more and more contributions coming from you. And thank you for giving me this honor and opportunity.
The Jai Viru Jodi, as I say. Can we have Mr. Rakesh Chopraji, Sir Samdi?
Rakesh ji is my Samdi, and I'm proud to have him, and Mr. Bose as my Samdis. And I took this opportunity to request one of them say a few words or whatever they know about me in an impromptu way. I'm thankful to you, sir. Yes.
White coat legend, the seeker, Dr. Kandhari. I think that's an apt heading that you've given, the seeker for him. As a matter of fact, it was in 2009 that Devika and our son got married, and that is the first time, a few months before that when they got engaged, that I got to know Sanjiv ji. So it's not been as long as Sister Khanna's acquaintance, but I got to know him very closely and dearly. And I think some of you must have noticed, and what was missed out in the movie was his bear hug. And that is why the moment I came, he gave me the mic, I hugged him. I said he was reminded of that. And that is one thing which all of us remember, and whenever we meet him as a family, you know, the first thing that we get is the joy of that good hug and the energy that flows through each one of us that time. Thank you very much for that, Sanjiv. Excellent. Sanjiv ji is a very balanced person, and I think the movie showed it too. As a matter of fact, there have been times and opportunities that I have got of discussing and learning a lot of things, not only from Gita. He is a master of Osho. He's gone through that. I mean, you talk about the Puranas, you talk about the Vedas. Today he has knowledge, and it surprises me at times, you know, that he's a doctor, and he's a dermatologist, and he's working from 8 in the morning till 10 at night. Where does he pick up all this thing? But then I seek information from his daughter and from my son, and they too also not able to tell me except the fact, oh, what time does he read? So that is not known. But I must tell you one thing. His understanding of these, the Gita or the books that there are, is so vast that any subject you pick up, anything that happens, you can talk with him and he will be able to pinpoint, bring you to a relevant paragraph or, as they call it, the quote in the scriptures and tell you this is what it is. And I think that was very evident from his explanation of the Prakriti. The Prakriti is one of his fondest paintings. And I was with him just before this event a few days back, and that time again he explained the whole thing to me. And one realizes that where all this comes from. Of course, I had the opportunity of meeting his mother too, great lady, but that was a small connection. She was very old that time. Rashmi ji has been a great support to him. And if you permit me and the mankind permits me, she too is a legend, who's been with the legend, so the legend gets a legend. Their children, they're really blessed, and including my son now, who gets his guidance and shelter also. They are blessed to the extent that they are not only even at this age being, told about just businesses or things of that nature, but whenever they have discussions, it is more about life, relationships, humans, and what happens. And that is, I think, what sustains life. And as you put it very aptly, that, he is the man. As a matter of fact, I must give you two small incidents of how helpful, grateful, and concerned he is about. At the wedding, one of my guests, she got drunk. Remember that? And she fell down. And as a doctor, He was all around making arrangements. He had forgotten that the wedding function was going on. That was all forgotten. He was taking care of the lady there and saw to it that she was put into a proper car of a person whom he knew, and she was led to her house. The other one is that there is so much of faith and belief that we have in him that, even if we get an ache in the arm, feeling of Sanjiv, and his analysis, I'll tell you, that is what happens, because he's a person who's got patience. He's got perseverance. He listens to you. He wants to give the patient as much time to think about what he's saying, as much as he's taking to think about his ailment. And I think that is a great thing, which, pardon my saying so, there are a lot of doctors here, most doctors don't have. I mean, I regret to say that, but I've seen doctors who make money. You go to them, you sit down, in 2 minutes they let you get out. But here is a man who will sit with you for half an hour, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, till you are satisfied. And when you come out of that place, you feel that, ye bilkul sahi cheez thi. And I'm sure that, people like you must have felt that. Yeah, clap for that then. And of course, in this I would include me and my wife too. Unfortunately, she is not here today. But she also, whenever she is unwell, the first name that comes is, whether it's midnight or 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock, Sanjiv ji se phone karke pehle puchna. And why I'm telling you that is, it's not dermatology that he knows. He knows all the doctories. All the doctories. I mean, that is how I put it in Punjabi. That is all the doctories he knows. If you have any ailment, he has an answer for you. And from seeing the reports that we normally get, I mean, normally, you get a specialist to look at those reports. Our belief is in him. So that is the type of knowledge, professional knowledge that Dr. Sanjiv Kandhari has. I wish him, and of course Rajat is now following his footsteps, and I'm sure along with Gargi, Devika and Gautam, who are, who the seeker I'm sure is going to give the blessings to, they will also get into his footsteps in good ways of humanity, getting along the sustainability of life and learn the great things of life. I wish you all best of health, happiness, goodness, and God bless. And I must thank you very much, mankind, for bringing out the legend and bringing him to all of this. As a matter of fact, I think one thing I must comment, that is for you all, that is there. It's very true that after the COVID, on scientists, the movies have been made, but the doctors had been missed out. In India, there were no movies on doctors. Whatever we had was Bollywood nonsense. But I'm glad that you have come out with this, because you have to showcase their work, their ethics, their things, and that is what is going to be very, very important. So congratulations to you for that, and keep it up. Thank you.
I also four people over there are inspired by this story. Kids with me? Kids? Leah? Everyone with me? Inspiring? That's what we want. I hope you guys are inspired. If we can have Dr. Anil Ganju sir here to share a few words with us.
Anil is my colleague, a person I love from my heart. We've grown up together in dermatology, and along with him, Mukesh Girdhar, Dr. R.P. Gupta, they are our heart. Dr. Rishi is not here, they are my hearts. And that's why when he said, I want to express something, I said, well, why not? There you go.
Thank you very much, sir. And extremely obliged for giving me this honor and accepting my request. When I did express my feelings for sir, and I told him that I want to say something, right from that day I thought I'll write down something. But each time I have tried to write down and then say something in front of people, I have fumbled. So I decided just leave it. So what I'm going to say, whatever I can or may say, is right from my heart. It's all extempore, so please forgive if there have been mistakes. So Sir has been a huge influence in our lives. All of us, have grown in dermatology with him. And when I started my dermatology practice and I saw him, he was a huge personality right from the beginning. So in dermatology, he was a big man. And we used to be in awe of him. And I used to think, maybe there'll be a time someday that I'll be close to him. I'll share my thoughts with him. And then when I met him and I came to know him and we had time together, I realized that he's somebody for everybody. Whenever he would meet me, I would consider myself a very small person in front of him. He would come down to my level and just be one of me. And that's what he is. He's a man of every moment. We've traveled far and wide after that. We've traveled the whole world together. We've done, conferences all over the world. And each time we would go, we would become more fond of each other. Because we would, we would spend time, and very, very quality time. And I would see him, being a great academician amongst the great academicians across the globe. In the conferences he used to be, he used to be a chairperson of most of the our CMEs, and he used to be one amongst the top people in the conferences or congresses when he would be sitting with them. And I would look at him from distance and see how academically accomplished he is, and he can converse with them at that level. And then the evening would set in and we would sit in our rooms and he would be with us and he would be just one of us. And then we would go out to party and he would dance like a Punjabi Munda like us. He would join us. And then once he was through with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of his dates, then he would go on to become a spiritual person. Then the Osho in him would awaken, and then we would hear all these, I don't understand what he says when I am me, me is he is they, that, everything is me and nothing is me. And then he says that's beautiful. I just look at him, I don't understand what he says. But I know he has understood something that probably I'll take a lot of time to understand. But I know he goes into the depths of everything that he does. Let me tell you, we've grown. When I joined dermatology, I used to be afraid of getting up and speaking in front of people, and that now I do it all over the world. And we used to do sessions with him. He used to be the chair at most of the sessions, and normally when he was not the chair, we would take it easy. I have to deliver a lecture. Somebody is the chair, there's no problem. But when he is the chair, he would study much more than I would have studied for my topic, and then he would surely make it a point that he'll rag you. Because you can't compete him. Because he is just perfect. And then when we get a chance to chair, so we would be careless. We would be, okay, I have a chair, doesn't matter, it's not a big deal. I'll just introduce the speaker, close the session, and I'm done. He is not that kind. He will take out all the literature related to that topic, and he'll read about it, and then when he reaches the session, he has a bunch of papers in his hands. Anil, I saw this, Anil, I saw that. And that scares me. I have to speak, and then he's going to back me after that. But all having said and done, it's been a really beautiful relationship and journey with you, sir. And thank you very much for being the way you are. From the times when I was in awe of you to the time when I'm your close friend, you know what I feel. I can't express the feelings. Like I have grown so much in life with your love, affection, the nurturing that you have done for us, and I have reached to a point when I am your friend. You call me my friend. It's really, really big honor for me. Thank you very much, sir. I wish you all the very best. You, Rashmi ma'am, Rajat, and let me tell you, I see in Rajat a light that Dr. Kandhari has, kindled. He's really a very, very, down to earth, respectful. I would call him a boy because he comes up to me like that, He gives so much of respect and love that I feel that something, more than what Dr. Kandhari has done in his life is that he has brought up his children the way he has. Thank you very much, sir, and congratulations for that. And my best wishes to you, ma'am, for a very healthy life ahead, all good times. We are sure going to have your blessings all our lives. I wish to God that. And Rajat, Gargi, Devika, and Gautam, all the very best. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I would love to see all of you dancing in the lunch area now. Yeah, we have, can you have Dr. Mukesh give us
Anil has said a lot, but I need to say one thing, that he's being humble. He is himself such a great doc and achieved such great heights. Say such things about me, it's nice of him. Thank you, Anil. And Mukesh is my heart. And let me say, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So I have been just sitting here watching the movie, trying to recollect my thoughts. I'm Mukesh, I'm 10 years junior to him. And how I calculated, in 1992, for the first time I met him. At that time I was doing my registrar job at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and I was finishing that job and I had to come in practice after that. And I never wanted to go in the government job. I decided that I'll go in private practice. And honestly, I did not have a penny actually. And I was told Dr. Kandhari, the senior practitioner in Delhi, go and meet him in Mahindra Hospital. Where I went, he was finishing his OPD, I waited for him. And then I went in and asked him, well sir, I'm not from Delhi and I want to practice in Delhi. Please guide me. I never forget those words. He said, Mukesh, देख बेईमानी से तो तू कुछ भी कर लेगा, लेकिन अगर तू ईमानदारी से काम करेगा, तो तुझे 2 साल लग जाएंगे, तब तक तुझे अपने आप को फील करना पड़ेगा. I took that challenge and decided to practice in Delhi. And I must say, I had whatever money left with me from All India Institute that lasted about 6 months. And after 6 months, I was earning well enough to sustain myself. So it took me 6 months, not 2 years. But I did not meet him for many years after that because I was so much busy establishing myself. Then we met him, I met him in a conference that was about 5 years later. He will not recall me. And then I told him that, so this is the conversation we had, and now here I am. And he knew my name through practice by that time. So this is how the relationship started, just off for 5 years. And then after that, there was nothing going back. In every conference we meet, he will guide us. The youngsters, like Anil said, he will mentor us into taking lectures, be a friend. I don't know how to describe him. He's a complete man actually, as they say, Raymond's complete man. He is a brother, he is a friend, he is a mentor, he is a guide, he is like a father also. And when I see him in every walk of life, to his family he has been doing everything, to the friends he is doing everything, to youngsters he is mentoring, even today he is mentoring. So I am blessed to have Dr. Kandhari in my life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those kind words. And I know a lot of you might want to talk, and we shift to the lunch area after this, so we can continue there. But a vote of thanks from you, sir.
So much has been said, and all of you who are here today are my heart. I'd like to thank you, I'd like to thank Mankind and the filming team who was so professional to bring this out. Tanuka, she could almost get the things out of us. And I did mention that to her and to the team of Mankind, that how professional she was in bringing out. You know, it's not easy to get the truths out of people, but she has that knack and she could do that, and I thank her for that. One thing I'd like to say is, whatever has been my experience in life can never be your experience in life. We all differ in whatever we experience. What we have in common, all of us, is only one, and that is the witness consciousness or the awareness, which is the same in all of us. Everything changes, everything is dependent upon this awareness. Our existence, whatever we perceive with our senses, whatever we think with our mind, whatever we say that I am, is all dependent upon this awareness. Without that awareness, what are we? We are just objects to this awareness. In fact, it is nothing but awareness itself that guides us through this course. And with prayers to that awareness, with prayers to that non-dual existence, consciousness, bliss, with folded hands, I thank you all for being here to bless me and be here as a friend and be here with me as my family. Thank you so much.
I think we would like just like you to felicitate the team at Mankind, the field team who consistently toils day in and day out in the field to meet the fraternity. If we can have the memento for the team, and if we can have Shikha, Jayanta ji, Tilak ji, everyone from field team, Harshit ji, please, if you can have them. I think this is the team, this is the reason why we can put all this together.
How much this team has helped me, how much this team has worked with me, is something which is I'm grateful to you all.
Thank you so much everyone for being a beautiful audience. We can all shift to the home, the lunch area. You take a right and you know the entrance of home. Thank you all, and a big round of applause for Dr. Kandhari. Thank you so much.